Good day to you, all my viewers and listeners. Welcome back to another edition of Emotional Control Talk with Ayo Adejumo, aka Diamond Mind. It is only on this YouTube channel you can listen to this wonderful message, wonderful teaching about feelings. I always speak about feelings or emotion. If I may ask you, what is emotion? Emotion is our characters and attitude that every human being, each human being display in our day-to-day activities that other people may notice, they may see it in us, they may observe in us, and they begin to name it. They may name it in bad or good. They may say it is positive or negative. What are those attitudes and character we always display? Number one attitude we display is anger. Sometimes we display joy. Sometimes we display frustration. Sometimes we display boldness. Sometimes we display depression. Sometimes we display courageous. Sometimes we display love. And sometimes we display faith. These are the emotions that we always display in our day-to-day activities that other people see in us. And they are seeing it in us, they name it. It could be positive or negative. That is why it's very essential for us to examine, to understand our feelings and begins to take absolute control over the ones that are negative and embrace the ones that are positive. The positive ones are great. The positive ones are very important, are very good, are very joyful, are very happy. That when other people see it working, and they begin to appreciate and value it. But the negative one, they condemn it so much in our society. For instance, I want to make an example. Something just happened in Oyo State on Friday. What was the thing that happened? Our governor in Oyo State want to commission the road that they just constructed, and they invited our kingsmaker Baba Obasanjo into that occasion. But at the long run, Baba displayed some kind of pride and arrogance to our monarch by telling them that they have to stood up, which he commanded them. It did not concern their hearts. He just ordered them to stood up in the public, which the public today, they are condemning that actions. That is what I'm trying to say, that our feelings lead to actions, and as the action taking place is being condemned, it could be condemned, it could be praised. So the action of our daddy Baba Obasanjo is being condemned by the Yorubas people today, that he couldn't have done that thing. That is what I'm trying to say. Feelings is part of us that control our actions, and the action that other people see in us could be negative action or positive action. That is very, very important for us to understand it when it's springing forth within us and begins to control it, to manage it at that particular time. If you're able to manage that speech, that thing will not come out of his mouth. And today, people are saying it. Some people accept it, some people did not accept it. So that is very important. Last week, I have spoken about negative feelings, which was anger. Anger is part of us. It's part of every human being. We need to understand the level of anger. Anger sometimes could be used positive, while sometimes it could be used negative. So I've spoken extensively concerning anger. You can easily go to my YouTube and watch it. Today I want to speak on a very wonderful feelings, very wonderful topic, very wonderful feelings that you need to understand. By the time we begin to understand this, we find ourselves correcting our mistake, being in a perfect way that God wants to be on this planet. God wants us to be at peace with everybody. He doesn't want us to war. He doesn't want us to kill each other. He doesn't want us to see each other better than other person. So I'm talking about the topic I want to display today, I want to speak on today, is how to use our patience effectively in any situation we find ourselves. So I'm talking about patient feelings. And what are those things that I want to elaborate on patient feeling is, what is patience? You need to know patient, and what are the 5 signs of patience that whenever that thing's reacted in you, will notice it. This is patience, so that let me use it effectively. And number 3 is, how do we now use that patience effectively in any situation that we find ourselves? Please listen effectively today. That leads me to number 1. What is patience? Patience is an ability to accept or to tolerate delay in problem. You tolerate a delay, you accept delay in a problem or solving without being murmured, being annoyed, being scatter things, being destroy things, or being anxious. A lot of people who has used impatience in their life have something to regret of. They will tell themselves, I wouldn't have done that. That is regret, because he refused to use patience in any situation. Let us examine the home where husband and wife are fighting seriously each day. Impatience is affecting that. I'm not saying that it's only impatience that is affecting them, but at that particular time, if husband or wife could use their patience, that thing will not degenerate to fighting or dragging each other. And look at the country also, who could not able to abide on patient situation, it leads to war. Look at Ukraine and Russia. They've been talking to them seriously, but instead of listening, they are still continue going war with each other. I'm not talking about the bigger country, I'm talking about each individual. So that is why I'm saying feelings. It is very important for us to note our feelings and begin to have control over it. Feelings are not wants. They are not wants. They are numerous, and it is inner issue. It's a catalyst that is affecting our life, that is making us, trigger us to do some certain things in the society. So I've narrated the definition. Says it is an ability to accept or to tolerate a delay in a problem or solving without being annoyed and anxious. That is it. That leads me to number 2, 5 signs that you are going to notice that you are expressing or you are reacting. A catalyst of patient feeling is reflecting inside you. You reframe yourself from issues. You see this, you'll be reframing yourself. You don't want to mingle with issues that can make you to become bad in the society. When you see people who are smoking excessively, you want to reframe yourself. You see people who are committing crime, you want to refrain yourself from it. That is patience. You believe in God first. God has a time for you to do your own, and you still continue showing your hard working at a particular time. That is patience. Number 2, mindfulness. You practice in mindfulness. You mind your business. Other business is not your concern, but your own business is your business that you believe that can help you to get what you want in life. So mindfulness, you practice mindfulness. Number 3, you get comfort when you are not comfort. See a situation that warrants you to be suffering, you believe that you have hope, you have a better future in that situation. So you get comfort when it is not comfort. That not every situation that is comfort, but someone has to abide with the patient feelings in order to get that comfort in the future. It may not look very rosy for you, it may not look very good for you at this particular time, but when you notice that patience is taking place in you, you study and begin to use it, and it's going to make you the great one at the end of your life. Number 4, improve your listening skill. Make you to listen better. Even your inner speaking, you still listen to it. Even when people advise you outside, you will listen to it. That is work of patience in the life of humanity. Number 5, practice acceptance. You accept many things in life. You accept many things. Many things you accept. You're able to define, you're able to understand, you're able to know what is great thing for you, and you accept it. It is because we do not know what can come out of our life. That is why we take impatience as part of our life, and we begin to use it. Many youth today, they are taking impatience and they venture into a lot of things that can cause and damage their lives. That is impatient. So our patience make us to wait for the time that God has allowed for us, allotted for us to get what we want in life. So that is it. That leads me to number 3, how to use patience effectively in all our situations, all our journey of life, in anywhere we find ourselves. Human beings have been created in this earth to live according to their purpose. God is greater God that created us on this planet. Tomorrow, if God wants to change his mind, he may take us away from this planet and take us to another one. But as for today, we are in charge of God. We are in cares of God. God cares for us. God made us. So it is very important for us. So how do we use patience effectively in our life? Number 1, we need to identify what trigger impatience in us. What are those things triggering impatience in us? Is it delayed in getting things that we need to get? Is it delayed in marriage? Is it delayed in works? Is it delayed in getting some important things? Is it in the work you don't have job? That is why it's triggering impatience in you. Okay, if I don't have job, let me look alternative than to job. We have word and opposite, good and bad, Abby. That is it. We need to identify what triggers impatience in us. So we now take our patience. You like our patience to be stand firm so that we can get the best that we need to get. Number 2, refrain from the experience that can cause impatience in you. Refrain from the experience, that bad experience you have had before. Don't think the future is there's no future anymore. There is future for you as far as you are a human being that is breathing. There is great future for you. That's number 2. Number 3, look at the big picture of your life. You have a big picture ahead of you. You have a big picture ahead of your life. There's wonderful things that God wants to do in your life that will make you to get the best. My brother, if you say today because you are frustrating, you want to take your life, there is no way anymore for you. But when you accept, when you take your patience in a great way, you see another brighter future that is coming for you. Number 4, plan ahead of your stressful situation. Many people feel that tomorrow is going to be stressful. You want to plan ahead of it. Plan ahead of it. Make a good plan for that stressful situation you are looking at ahead of you, and you will be better one. Number 5, tap into your emotion and accept discomfort. You need to accept your discomfort. Tap in your emotion. Tap in that patient emotion and accept that discomfort situation you find. Accept it and begin to look forward to a good life. So I'm talking about patient feeling. Patient feeling is a feeling that you need to use effectively to get yourself done, to get yourself better, to get yourself look great, to get yourself getting that good future that you are thinking or that you are imagining, that you are feeling, and that is going to come. So that is all for today. This is where I'm going to stop the cutting of today's edition of the Emotional Control Talk with Ayo Adejumo, aka Diamond Mind. On this show is where I speak on that. I speak extensively on it. So please try subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking that subscribe button. Make your comment at the end of my YouTube channel, like it, and share it with all your friends. Let your friend begins to benefit from it. It is an educative, eyes-opening, a mind-blowing. It's open our minds to see. So you can reach me at Control Your Feelings at Control Your Feelings 9468. That is where you can watch my feed. You can enjoy the great work that God is doing in me today. So don't forget, keep your heart with all diligence out of your mind. There are issues of life. Inside that mind, there are issues of life. Next week, meet me on the same place next week, next time, and the next topic is going to be a very great topic, which is depression. So don't forget. Thank you for listening.